Giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. The Pacers are never an easy out. Malcolm Brogdon says this team always exceeds the expectations. It takes after the Midwest city that fights for everything they have. We've got the building blocks to be elite and to win a championship ultimately. Kevin, you gotta like that kind of confidence.
And those kind of words, D.A., right from a guy that leads like he does. Terrific story. Thank you, David. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. The forwards are Anunoby and Siakam. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then it's Paul George. And it's Flynn in at the point. And for Indiana, the guard pair are Brogdon and LeVert. In at the forward positions, Warren and Sabonis. And it's Turner in at the 5 down low. And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Now George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first
and we all know what George brings offensively. But it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
And with Paul George and his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
The first free throw is good. And Doris, we know that Paul George has always been a solid passer, but his assist numbers have been trending up.
Yeah, he's been willing of late to take on more playmaking responsibilities. The skill set was there. It's just early in his career, they needed him to be the lead scorer. Now you're talking about a guy you've got to game plan against as a scorer and as a passer.
And George drops them both.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Brogdon looking it over. Outside Warren. Clock at 6. Banked in off the glass.
Well, you like the effort of T.J. Warren, capitalizing when he's shooting in the painted area.
Outside, George. And he lays it straight in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Warren. Paul George making his last shot. Misses from short range.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Siakam inside the three-point line. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Pulls up on the wing. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Anunoby passes to Siakam. And it goes down 2 points.
Wow, finishing through contact with a beautiful display of focus. What a job by Pascal Siakam through contact.
Now, here's Sabonis. His last outing, 16 points for him. George against LeVert. The kick out to Sabonis. His three-pointer's off the mark. The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's George. And then George with the jam.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Sabonis high post. Lopez is there. Sabonis, the pass to Warren. Shoots over Anunoby, and Turner stays with it.
Miles Turner is simply a workhorse. I mean, he keeps plays alive with his length and activity.
Flynn against Brogdon. Into the lane. Baseline J on the way. Flynn misses. For Indiana, they come into this one following a loss to the Nets in Brooklyn.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
And Kevin, when we talk about new age bigs in the NBA, one of the first I think of is Miles Turner. Here's a guy who has led the league in blocks, but can also stretch the floor.
First one falls for him. In 2018-19, not only did Turner lead the NBA in swats, he also shot almost 40%, Greg, on his threes.
And you go back just like 10 years ago, you'd never think we'd see players with the skill set of Turner. But this is how the game has evolved. And guys like Turner are just so valuable for teams to have.
All three throws good from Turner.
Well, to me, this franchise has got to be thrilled and excited about the upside Miles Turner has. He's a hard-nosed player who wants to be great.
Now the pass to Anunoby. Outside Flynn. And here is Anunoby. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Here's Higgins, trailing by 2. Pass to LeVert. Now Sabonis. Over Trent. Misses off the left iron. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And the Raptors miss again. And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Last time they met was in Toronto where they beat the Raptors.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
I think there was no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful.
Siakam misses. Pacers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. And it's Turner finishing it off.
If you want to talk about an NBA player who has poise and vision, that's Malcolm Brogdon doing work with the pass. That is nicely done.
Now here's Flynn. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Back to Trent. He kicks to Flynn. Here's Poirier. And he can't stop the run as he misses. For the Raptors, their last game, a loss to the Magic. Count it, good.
In the NBA, it's so important to get some easy baskets. Malcolm Brogdon in transition does just that.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
Yeah, I mean, hard time shooting the rock in that one. But they also didn't give themselves the best looks.
I think even when you get quality looks, there was an inability to stay consistent. It is hard to win on a cold shooting night in today's NBA. The scoring is just too good.
Changes for Indiana. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Miles Turner. Brissett comes in for Domantas Sabonis. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for LeVert. And then for Toronto, Bell's checked in. Watanabe's in for Anunoby. Now, here's Trent. He is definitely not pleased how he played against Orlando.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Higgins, that's good.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Poirier passes to Flynn. Pass to Bell. Raptors need to get a shot off. They can use a bucket. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Driving inside. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Out to the right wing. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Three-pointer. A rebound by Bitadze. Outside, Lamb. Inside, Brissett. It's blocked. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Into the lineup for the Raptors.
Out left to the wing. 1 second left. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Indiana in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Well, some great players at the small forward position. But T.J. Warren can score with the best of them. And he said he's always excited to face those elite talents.
I'm looking forward to it. Like I say all the time, it's a blessing to be able to challenge and play against the best players night in and night out. So I'm always excited for a matchup.
Well, we know Greg had a breakthrough for his 6th season, but Warren missed almost all of year 7 to injury.
Yeah, and he's confident he can come back strong. Remember, this is a guy who scored 53 points in a game, so his talent level obvious.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. They've got Paul George, also Gary Trent out there. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Higgins. The Raptors getting the bucket. Outside Warren. And he hits the jump shot. And the Pacers lead by 8. And every year we see, Greg, some incredible comebacks. What distinguishes, in your mind, those with the resilience to battle back?
I think it starts with a belief and desire. And the great ones truly hate to lose.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Pascal Siakam was the most improved player in 2019. He says, I love that I cannot be able to do something, but if I put in a lot of hours doing it, I can become good at it. The former 27th pick overall said, not to sound arrogant, but I saw this coming. Guys, he bet on himself.
He did. He was smart. He certainly put in the work. D.A., thank you. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from George. The Pacers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Higgins passes to Bitadze. Outside Warren. Passes it to Bitadze. Just 5 to shoot. From the stripe. And the shot by Warren, no good.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Something T.J. Warren has to his credit, Greg, is one of the more storied honors a basketball player can earn. ACC Player of the Year award.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of Hall of Famers who won that prize. To set yourself apart like Warren did in one of the toughest conferences in college basketball, that just shows the depth of talent this man has always possessed.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Indiana.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Something else they've done right from the get-go tonight is run. So much of their offense coming on the fast break.
And the Raptors call time here. And back in the day, Greg, Allen Iverson got criticized for devaluing practice. Now we've got healthy players sitting out of games. Has load management gone too far, you think?
Not a practice, but a game. We got guys missing games, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. But honestly, I'm really all for load management in this regard. If I owned a team and I had to invest $200 million in a player, I want to do everything I can to prolong my investment. And the reality is we've got our stars playing at unprecedented lifts at higher levels later in their careers. So I'm all for doing what we can to prolong the careers of our very best players.
Some changes for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Sabonis comes in for Brissett, and Karis LeVert subbed in for Lamb. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. The pass to Trent. And here is Anunoby. Back to Trent. Over Sabonis. And the Raptors miss again. Pacers leading by 9. Up top Warren. He has 7. Pass to Turner. Over Trent. And Turner hit the basket on the assist by Warren. That's 10 points for Miles Turner.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer. Pretty dime there.
Trent finds Anunoby. Back to Trent. Pass to George. Siakam trying to free himself up. And that one's good. George has got 4 this quarter.
It's a lengthy list of skill that Paul George brings to the table every night. The offensive glass is just one aspect of a terrific game.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Trent. Good on the triple.
Gary Trent Jr.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Outside, Sabonis. At the top of the key, LeVert. Turner passes to Higgins. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. Higgins has got 6.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Trent going inside. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
1:31 left in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. From 12 feet out. Here's LeVert. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. LeVert's got the lead up to 12 now for the Pacers. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's George. Tries again. The putback.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Left side, Warren. Pass to Higgins. Latrey. And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That is his first foul of the game. Brogdon, he's checked in for Indiana. Then for the Raptors, Poirier's checked in. And Flynn subbed in for Trent. Raptors trail by 12. Siakam, right side. And again, no good by Toronto. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he banks in the layup. He's got 9.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
The pass to LeVert. Lets it go from deep. That one misses. And so it's the Indiana Pacers sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, DeMontis. This team was efficient in the first half. What's working offensively?
Everyone knew today was going to be a game. We all came out focused and we're playing team basketball. We're sharing the ball, and that's working for us.
You got a lot of weapons there, DeMontis. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Miles Turner was the story in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
Watching that half, they did a great job in transition. It's so hard to score in the half court when you let your defense set up. So anytime you get a chance, you go. It kind of reminds me of being today. That's why they call me the Jet. Shaq, get down the court fast as you can. Come on, man.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
First of all, where's the intensity on this? They think when a team is pumping like this, you at least try to put a stop to it. But nope, you just keep giving up open looks, letting the lead get bigger and bigger and bigger.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. A fantastic game from Miles Turner in this one.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for Indiana. In at the forward positions, Warren and Sabonis. The guard pair are Brogdon and LeVert. And it's Turner in at center. Now here's Flynn. After T.J. Warren's miss, George, that's a 2-pointer. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. We talk about the best shot blockers in the NBA, Doris. The conversation might start with Miles Turner.
Well, there is no doubt. This guy at 6'11" is so active, moves so well laterally. This guy led the league in blocks. He normally is top 5, and he's got a reputation now around the league. Guys are starting to get a little shy when they hear his footsteps.
Here's Brogdon. Paul George making his last shot. Outside, Sabonis. Now the dish to Warren. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Warren's got the lead up to 14 now for Indiana.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And the Raptors call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on to give up for your casemates. your base mates.
And Indiana making a change here. Lamb's checked in. On defense, the Pacers. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Back to Siakam. The shot comes out, and Indiana will go the other way with it. Brogdon outside. To the paint. And Sabonis the bucket on the assist from Brogdon. Brogdon's got his third assist on the night. And so George will bring it up for the Raptors. Here's Siakam. And that one is off. Nice D from Sabonis.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Brogdon the pass to LeVert. Just 5 on the clock. Used a shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Flynn kicks to George. Goes up on the high post. That one doesn't go, but he's still shooting 50%, 5 of 10. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. No good from Lamb. Raptors trail by 16. Anunoby with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Siakam against Lamb. Siakam outside. Some solid defense there from Lamb. Pacers leading by 16. Pass to Brogdon. LeVert with it. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And again, Toronto no up. The Pacers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Here's Brogdon. Indiana again missing. Raptors trail by 16. Pass to Siakam. Outside Flynn. Siakam against Lamb. Siakam's shot is off.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
In the corner, it's Brogdon. Shoots over Flynn. Sabonis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Siakam.
Well, to me, the size of Sabonis creates problems for the defense. You cannot be careless in how you guard this guy.
And after averaging just 6 points per game as a rookie, Domantas Sabonis was moved by the Thunder to the Pacers.
Yeah, think about it. He was the key part of the trade sending Paul George to Oklahoma City. And all Domantas has done since that deal, guys, improve his game. He has become one of the elite skilled bigs in the league. He's been named to a couple All-Star games. This guy has proved to be a great value for the Pacers.
Free throw good, Sabonis.
And a lot can be said about Domantas Sabonis' scoring ability. But everything else he does, he also excels at. Also a terrific passer for a big man.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Miles Turner. Brissett comes in for Lamb. And it's Higgins in for LeVert. And Sabonis drops them both. You know, when you think about the other areas where Sabonis stands out, rebounding has to come to mind as well.
Yeah, and Kevin, he's a guy who fights for possessions, not going to overwhelm you athletically, but he knows his team relies on him to be a force on the glass, so he's never afraid to get physical to win those battles. And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
T.J. Warren is checked in for Domantas Sabonis. Toronto with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Brogdon against Flynn. Here's Trent. And it's blocked.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Higgins, that's good. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Indiana.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've gotten out on the break over and over tonight as well. A lot of baskets coming in transition.
Now, here's Brogdon. That one drops for him.
Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Here's Trent, and it's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Shot's good by Watanabe. Watanabe's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now, here's Brogdon. Outside Warren. Passes it to Bitadze. From the arc. Toronto grabs the miss.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Poirier passes to Trent. Here's Watanabe. Here's Poirier. Drops in the layup for 2.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
And so it's Indiana feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So for Toronto right now, they've got Gary Trent, and it's Poirier in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Watanabe, back to Flynn. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Flynn's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Toronto. Here's Higgins, defended by Trent. Higgins passes to Warren. A 3-pointer, no good. Raptors trail by 15. Trent kicks to Flynn. The pass to Poirier. Here's Watanabe. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Bitadze's got his 4th rebound in this one. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Here's Higgins. Goes back up. The shot's good from Bitadze. And the Pacers lead by 17.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Well, how about the effort on the glass? Even with this lead, I love that they're still going after it.
Here's Watanabe. It's rebounded by Indiana. Bitadze's got his 6th rebound on the night. Warren against Flynn. Now, here's Warren. D right on him. Misses the layup. Flynn the pass to Poirier. Second chance shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Raptors, Vincent Poirier. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Sabonis comes in for Brissett. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Warren. And it's LeVert in for Higgins. And he's good on the second. And so it's Brogdon with it. He brings it up for Indiana. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Now here's LeVert. Back to Sabonis. Pass to LeVert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
This is a good scorer who's got size and athleticism. Caris LeVert is not going to struggle to throw it down.
Raptors trail by 18. Up top, Flynn. He's guarded by Brogdon. Bucket is good.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Outside, Lamb. Pass to LeVert. Outside, Turner. Brogdon outside. And that one goes long. The Raptors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And Siakam throws it down.
How about the athleticism of Pascal Siakam? So tough to corral when he's going on the dribble drive.
Over to the wing. Sabonis against Siakam. Now Brogdon. LeVert finds Sabonis. Really left alone that time. And the Pacers lead by 16.
Don't sleep on the big man now. Domantas Sabonis can be effective in catch and shoot.
And the Raptors call time here.
You know, Caris LeVert really delivers exactly what you want from a guy at his position, which is points.
Right. For Caris, it's about capitalizing on every opportunity the defense gives you. He's got enough range to complement an elite driving game. This is a guy who can get you a bucket when you need it.
At the New Balance Player of the Game.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Jeremy Lamb. Now here's Flynn.
2 minutes remaining.
Lopez outside.
2 minutes.
Kicks it to George. Three-pointer. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Consistent shooter from outside the arc. Paul George is terrific at finding space when he needs to get a shot off.
1:44 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Turner. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Don't you love how many different ways Miles Turner can score the basketball? Spot up, in transition, operating in the post. He's got the entire arsenal.
Now, here's George. Outside Flynn. Turner against George. With the drive, and he uses the glass on the layup. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
There's a toughness in the attitude of Paul George. Perfectly fends off the D on his way to the rack.
Passes to Warren. Over Siakam. That one off the back iron and out. Raptors trail by 13.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Indiana.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight. And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance
for Miles Turner.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
Now, here's Brogdon. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. A nice shot by LeVert.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's George. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. And here is Brogdon. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Miles, you and Sabas are hard for opponents to deal with. Is that a winning combination?
Most definitely. I got to continue keeping aggressive, especially on the rebounds. And Domas, of course, is going to do his thing. So we got a good tandem going.
It's a great 1-2, man, and it led to the win tonight. Congratulations. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.
Swimming in his fake love, fake drugs. Remember when she
pocket watch it, and that when he pocket watch it, I'm pulling up the pocket rocket. Hey, but tell my rider stop it. I'm getting big like rocket. For that boy like a wallet. I'm getting this money, I'm pocket. Baby, I'm heading in tack. I run up again and I'm pocket watch it, and that when he pocket watch it, I'm pulling up the pocket rocket. Hey, but tell my rider stop it. I'm getting big like rocket. For that boy like a wallet. I'm getting this money, I'm pocket. Baby, I'm heading in tack. I don't pop no. Judge all on my shirt. We gon' make it work. Diamonds on me twerk. Bet I got that like I'm Kurt. Come and get your girl. She be tryna flirt. So I tell that wait, whoa, whoa. And she like it don't matter. Ever since that, yeah, my nigga.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Plenty of emotion in that touching rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. And with that, we'll be right back.
VA technology.
He is a big thinker, no doubt about that. Good reporting there. Here's the starting group for the San Antonio Spurs. We've got Keldon Johnson. Lonnie Walker is out there with George Hill. Then there's Barnes, and it's Poeltl in at the 5 down low. And for Milwaukee, Holiday and DiVincenzo man the backcourt. Giannis plays the 4 with Lopez in the middle. And it's Nwora in at the 3. And what are the things the teams can afford to tinker with at this stage of the season, Clark, maybe compared to later in the year?
Yeah, you know, Brian, I think still working on rotations. That's certainly something that you want to try to iron out early in the season. Make sure you have units that are working best together. So I think the rotation piece is probably the one thing that jumps out as being something you can tinker with at this stage of the season.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Walker, a good look. He hits the back iron and sinks it. And here's Holiday. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Can't get it to drop. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. To the inside, Poeltl. And the dunk by Poeltl.
Hey, look at Poeltl. Making it look easy, dropping the hammer down on the defense.
On the wing, Holiday. Check by Hill. Back to Holiday. On the take. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Boy, Holiday's a strong guard. Does not mind mixing it up at all. He can play physical if he needs to.
And Clark, you look at how Holiday has attacked on offense. He's got much more selective with his spots.
To me, B.A., he's just more comfortable offensively. He's always been aggressive, but he's got a confidence to him now that is allowing him to really put the pedal to the metal offensively. I think something just clicked for him when he was with the Pelicans. Good find that time by DiVincenzo, an unselfish player always looking to make the extra pass.
Pass to Walker. Outside Johnson. Here's Poeltl. DiVincenzo covering from in deep. And the bucket by Poeltl. Poeltl's got his second basket on the night.
Hey, when Poeltl gets the rock deep inside, the defense is cooked. Can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
Here's DiVincenzo. Rebounded by the Spurs. Outside, Hill. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Good D by Antetokounmpo. Outside, DiVincenzo. The baseline, Jay. He can't hit that time. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Last time they met in San Antonio.
This time around, they're looking for better execution offensively. They have to avoid mistakes.
And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. I mean, a lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 20 points for him last game against Minnesota.
And his presence was certainly felt on defense. Blocked 3 shots and changed countless others.
You know, Jrue Holiday has so many great attributes, but I think maybe perhaps the best one is his mindset. He's even-keeled, he competes at a high level, and he never backs away from a challenge.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 6 since the tip. And a nice finish on the layup. Holiday's got 6.
You know, the athleticism of Holiday and his size ensures that even inside, he's an effective scorer.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
And, you know, DiVincenzo starting games, didn't miss a beat transitioning to that role from a reserve player the prior season. Not surprising given his mentality.
All right, look who's coming out of the court. Come on and get loud for your Bucks dance team. All right, look who's coming out of the court. Come on and get loud for your Bucks dance team.
The Bucks will go for a different look here. Baines is checked in for Lopez. Bjelica comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jackson, he's checked in for Nora. And it's Connaughton in for DiVincenzo. Here's Robertson. Back to Eubanks. Pass to Robertson. 6 to shoot. Spurs need to get one up here. Here's Vassell. And the 3 off target. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Jackson outside. Bjelica, the pass to Holiday. Here's Jackson. The 3 ball. Bates Diop with a rebound. There's a minute 40 left now in the first quarter. White against Baines. Pass to Vassell. Here's Robertson. 3-pointer off the mark. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Connaughton. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Baines. The rebound by the Spurs.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Outside White. Pass to Eubanks. To the middle. Here's Bates Diop. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now. So it's Milwaukee now. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
It's a fine line between playing with urgency and being out of control. And they cross that line.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, they seem to be forcing things out there, trying too hard, pressing. When you do that, the turnovers pile up quickly.
Not enough on that one as it misses. San Antonio's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to White. From about 19, they grab their own miss. And a closely contested grit and grind first quarter comes to a close. Bucks ahead, leading by just 2. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And we hear from Jrue Holiday talking about the interplay between roster and coaching staff.
I really think that it's a lot of hard work. Obviously, our team is dedicated, and that's one thing that I don't think you could take away from many of us. But one thing that I've seen is everybody buying into the system. I think Coach has an awesome plan. You know, you just have to trust him, and I think that's what all of us are really starting to do.
Yep, and certainly Jrue Holiday has been around the block, Grant.
You know his work ethic and game plan execution will always be at a high level, no matter who he's playing for.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you, stat-wise?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
On the court for San Antonio, We've got Drew Eubanks, Derek White out there with Andre Robertson. Then there's Devin Vassell, and it's Bates Diop in at the 4-man position. Now Holiday. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
This Bucks team is arguably the most talented in franchise history. At the same time, the East has gotten tougher. So the Bucks are looking to improvise. Giannis said, quote, "We're getting better, trying new things, changing our schemes. That's something we think is going to help us." Brian?
Using the regular season to experiment out. Interesting. Thank you. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by White. San Antonio trailing here. Well, you can't ever feel safe with Holiday on the floor. Grant, he is one of the great ball hawks in the NBA.
Yeah, he reads plays very well. He has a good wingspan to swipe away errant passes. One of the many reasons Holiday is such a great defender.
And a jam by Bjelica.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Timeout called, the Spurs. All right, I know you follow the college game closely, Clark. What do you think about the one-and-done rule?
You know, B.A., when it first came into existence in 2006, I was on board with it because I thought that some college would be better than no college for most players. Now that we've had it for a decade and a half, I'm of the mindset kids should be allowed to pursue a professional pathway without going to college. There shouldn't be any mandatory, arbitrary number, 19 years old and 1 year removed from college. For those few that would like to go pro right out of high school, then it's incumbent upon the NBA as to whether or not they're going to draft you.
Will go for a different look here. Lopez, he's checked in for Baines. Antetokounmpo comes in for Bjelica. Norris checked in for Antetokounmpo. And it's DiVincenzo in for Holiday. Now here's Barnes. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
And he really dominated, working hard to control the glass.
Here's DiVincenzo. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. Hill with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Barnes goes in. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
The Bucks have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Outside, DiVincenzo. Here's Connaughton. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Boy, Lopez hunkered down and anchored in on that pick.
Barnes against Antetokounmpo. Outside, Hill. Here's Barnes. Second chance shot. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound in this one.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
It's stolen by Johnson. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Here's Walker. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo has got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside, DiVincenzo. Back to Antetokounmpo. Fires the 3. And DiVincenzo hits from deep. And now it's a 9-point Bucks lead.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
It's good on the putback. Pirtle's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds because of his size, but just as important, his time.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Coming off a 16-point game against Minnesota.
And also impressive, his work on the glass. He was tenacious and relentless.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Pirtle up top. Back to Barnes. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Lopez.
The way he's struggling this quarter, he's only adding to their troubles. They need his offense to come around. Now that's a textbook alley-oop.
I thought he'd go for the slam, but that worked.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change, and change soon.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Jackson comes in for Nora, and Drew Holiday is subbed in for Connaughton. Vassell, he's checked in for San Antonio. So it's San Antonio now. They trail by 9. Pass to Johnson. Shoots over Jackson. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses. Boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Here's Hill. After the Bucks picking up a basket just moments ago. Johnson inside. Defended by Jackson. The shot by Johnson, no good. Holiday against Hill. Outside Holiday. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot. And they double up Antetokounmpo. And we're going to have a jump ball.
You too.
Milwaukee with the ball. Outside Walker. Hill for 3. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Milwaukee. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be right back after this word.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter, and they kept it close, trailing by, at the most, 4 points. And they flat out dominated that second quarter. Hard to believe they were behind at one point, as they're now up 11. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
Well, they've shown a lot of discipline on the offensive end. It's not about getting the quick shots, it's about getting the good shots. And if you want to know how that approach is working, just check out their field goal percentage.
Kenny, how do you think San Antonio played?
Obviously, that was U-G-L-Y. It's ugly. Shooting under 30% from the field, disorganized, chucking up bad shots. Man, I tell you, they have to adjust their play, and they got to get better looks.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Man, we've seen Jrue Holiday really having a great game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Giannis plays the 4 with Lopez in the middle. Holiday and DiVincenzo man the backcourt. And it's Nwora in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now here's Hill. Boy, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
And, you know, with Giannis on the floor, B.A., he's able to completely blow a team out on his own. I mean, he can take over a game with big-time performances. We've seen it.
Now here's Hill. Inside. Here's Barnes. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
You know, that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
Haynes is checked in for the Bucks. Eubanks, he's checked in for San Antonio. Barnes, no good on the free throw. You know, with Giannis, as you said, Clark, the numbers he can put up are eye-popping.
Yeah, he can hit you for 40 points and 20 rebounds on any given night, not to mention how well he's grown as a passer. I mean, his assist totals and block shots typically are otherworldly as well.
Here's Nwora. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Antetokounmpo, bam!
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Outside, Hill. Outside, Barnes. Can't cash it in from close range.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Hill can't connect. The Bucks have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Here's Nwora. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. He shoots again. And Antetokounmpo with the lay-in. And the Bucks lead by 15.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. Former MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Clark, you figure he'll be in that conversation for a while.
Yeah, staggering numbers from him. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see him win a few more MVPs, quite honestly, B.A. All-world talent that you just can't ignore. It's hard to take your eyes off of him when he's on the court.
Changes here for the Bucks. Bjelica has checked in for Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo comes in for Nwora, and it's Connaughton in for Jrue Holiday. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Pass to Bates Diop. Here's Robertson. Down low. The kick out to Walker. Just 4 to shoot. Cash money on the open jump shot. Walker's gotten his second bucket on the night.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
DiVincenzo against White. That one's good for 2. DiVincenzo's got 5 now.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Drew Holiday signed a 4-year, $134 million extension to remain in Milwaukee. His coach, Mike Budenholzer, said, "You can't appreciate the strength and the physicality he brings until you see it night in and night out. What he does defensively, once you're around it, it's even more impressive." Guys?
All right, good stuff there, Allie. Here's Baines. Unable to get that one. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Pass to Eubanks. Charity stripe shot. White can't hit. The Bucks have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Here's Connaughton.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Bucks?
They haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They've been the aggressors.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
First one falls for him. Jackson, he's checked in for Bjelica. And San Antonio with a change here, too. Vassell, he's checked in for Walker. Hits both from the stripe. 1:58 left in the third quarter. Here's Robertson. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Pass to Bates-Diop. On the wing, Vassell fires it. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. And the Bucks shooting the ball at 48% so far. Oh, got that one up quick. And the Bucks lead by 19.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's Bates-Diop. Antetokounmpo covering. We've got 1:13 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Just 5 on the clock. White for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. White's got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
Here's Connaughton. Pass to Baines. Jackson on the wing. From deep. The rebound by Eubanks. Eubanks, he's got 4 rebounds now. DiVincenzo against White. It's stolen by Baines. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Jackson, the pass to Antetokounmpo, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it.
Into the lineup for the Spurs.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
$19 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside, DiVincenzo. 4 on the clock. Over Pirtle. And that one comes up a bit short. From deep three-point range. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. So on the floor for the Spurs, Jakob Poeltl out there with Barnes. Then there's Johnson. Then there's George Hill. And it's Vassell in a two-guard.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
Pass to Nora. Shoots over Johnson. The offensive rebound. Oh, rejected by Poeltl.
And Poeltl deserves a lot of credit for his shot blocking ability. He's a dynamic and dynamite shot blocker.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And the Spurs with possession here, following the score by Milwaukee. Outside, Hill. The lob. Very well done.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Man, that's butter.
He could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Here's Vassell. And a miss there on the triple. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Holiday. Now here's DiVincenzo. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Back to Holiday. There's the triple. DiVincenzo can't hit. The Spurs have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Outside Johnson. To the paint. Shoots from the block. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
You know, he's almost the perfect defensive player. He's got length and strength, and he's athletic. And Giannis plays the game hard all the time, too, which is impressive.
His first half performance, somewhat forgettable, but now he's pouring it on.
Here's Barnes. The Bucks getting their last shot to go. Great D that time from Antetokounmpo. Holiday against Hill. Holiday passes to Antetokounmpo. He takes it in. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
His first personal foul.
Well, back in 2017, the league adjusted the odds to the lottery. How do you like the change?
I really love it. I mean, instead of drawing the top 3, it's now the top 4, adding to the randomness and giving another team a chance to be in that mix for the top pick. And evening out the odds has produced some shockers, too. New Orleans getting Zion was one of them.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
You got to love the heart that Giannis has. I mean, it's just on full display how he loves his team. He loves his community. He loves playing the game. And he really always makes an extra effort to help and support other people. He's an impressive young man.
Walker, he's checked in for San Antonio. That one's no good. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Out to the right wing. Here's Antetokounmpo. Barnes with the rebound. On offense, here is San Antonio. Walker passes to Johnson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, Grant, you've won the NBA Sportsmanship Award 3 times. Tied with Mike Conley for the most ever.
Wow, no, it is a humbling experience to get voted for that award by your peers. It's all about, I think, trying to play the game the right way with integrity. And Conley is a guy that truly embodies that.
That free throw misses, and the Bucks making a change here. Baines checked in. And the second free throw is good. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Hill against Holiday. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
His first personal foul.
It's going to be on George Hill.
You know, Holiday is deceptively tall and strong and has great point guard skills, and that makes it really hard to defend him.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Well, Grant, it seems like each year play in the NBA becomes a little more wide open and a little less physical.
Yeah, it's definitely changed, B.A., what you look for in a player today. Now, if you're overly aggressive, you always will be in foul trouble and of little use to your team. So being able to control your aggression is how you survive in today's game.
Holiday hits them both. Grant, as someone who played abroad on Team USA, how exciting is it to see how much more international the league has become?
It's fantastic, no question. You know, back then we saw so many talented foreign stars playing internationally, but now the best really do all find their way here to the NBA.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and it's not surprising. He's really going at the defense inside throughout the entire game. I mean, just showing the D no mercy whatsoever. They constantly were feeding him the ball, clearing out, and letting him do his thing.
Well, they were coming off 2 straight losses, and he put his foot down. He stepped up his game, had a big night, and got them moving in the right direction again. Now here's Hill. Outside Johnson. Now here's Hill. Coaching turnover is a fact of life in the NBA. Grant, as a player, how tough is it to adapt to a new coach?
Well, it depends on the timing. I mean, an offseason change gives the team a time to get used to a new system. Now, if it happens in midseason, it can be a little tough. The learning curve is definitely steep.
Now here's Holiday. Here's Antetokounmpo. And again, it's the Bucks missing. 1:42 left to play in the fourth. Here's Walker. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo. To the middle. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Bucks.
They ran the fast break beautifully all night long. It was a huge part of their success.
It's so true. They clearly ran the floor well, constantly putting pressure on the defense. Just a tremendous effort.
And they'll chalk this up as their third win of the year.
And this win gives them a sweep of the season series. They only met twice, but they'll have bragging rights for at least another year against the Spurs.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He really influenced the game with his rebounding. Just a stellar performance. With all the work he put in, he's going to sleep well tonight.
That's good from Holiday.
Well, if you want to get an idea of just how valuable Drew Holiday can be to a team, look at what the Bucks gave up to get him in 2020. A bunch of first-round picks and some pick swaps as well. And they're pleased that they got him.
The Spurs making a switch here. Samanic is checked in for Barnes. Thornwell comes in for Johnson. Roberson's checked in for Walker. And it's Jones in for Hill. Holiday hits them both. Well, your 7 seconds or less Suns really paved the way for the pace and space style that we see throughout the league today, Grant.
You know, B.A., it really did. But, you know, it's interesting. I think there were those back then that thought it was kind of gimmicky. But, boy, has it changed. And I feel like we could have had more success if we had just gone all in on that approach.
Samanic, count it.
Getting the ball inside, usually a pretty good recipe.
Milwaukee with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Outside Holiday. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Baines, and it's Bradley in for Holiday.
Avery Bradley.
Here's Arcidiacono. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by Samanic. 29 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Outside Jones. Pass to Samanic. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Lopez. Here's Arcidiacono. So this one belongs to the Bucks, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe. They're all going home.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Bring out many